What's poppin', everybody? And no, every single intro is probably going to be different. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed 3. I don't know, I kind of liked, what did I do last time? Alright, I did Bienvenue Power Bottoms. I kind of liked that. That one might be the, one going forward. But, anyway, so we're back with Assassin's Creed 3. Last time, what did we do? We did Lexington and Concord, and we did a little bit of, I call it housekeeping. Homestead missions is what it really is, but we were told to go somewhere in the frontier and talk to some dickhead, because we're going to be attacking Boston. And this might be the Battle of Bunker Hill. I don't remember. It might be. Or, no, you know what it probably is? It's probably the preamble mission before Bunker Hill, where you have to go to, like, the prison ship, maybe? I don't remember. It's been entirely too long since I played this game. And oh god, I'm trying to think of when the last time I played this game was. I'm going to lower the volume. In-game volume. This might be just a little bit loud. Let's go. I was listening to music before this. Doing vocal warm-ups once again. Singing. So I had my volume up a little bit higher. But now we're going to go and do this mission. And we also got a new pistol. We got a whole new outfit, actually. We got a whole new fit. And I know I talked shit about the white on Connor last time, but I mean, solid white with red, that looks good on just about anybody. But I don't want to mess with none of that nonsense on the road, Connor. Thank you. This game controls well. That's a lie. Might be because I'm on controller. I play these games with a controller, and I'm not gonna ever change that. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't even imagine playing Assassin's Creed with a mouse and keyboard. I may try it one of these episodes. I may give it a shot. I don't know, but brother, you are pointing that the wrong way.
I'm looking for Israel Putnam.
What is this game?
On whose orders?
Game. Mission. I know what this game is. Israel. I think I made an Israel joke last time. So I'm not going to do it again. God, no. Bad things will happen if I do that. Cracked me a little can of drink. Always good. But, I don't know. I don't remember what this mission is.
There's been some disagreement as to where we should encamp.
Any news from Boston?
The Tories aren't moving, and any time we try to press them, we lose a dozen men. I think Putnam and the others plan to assemble artillery on these hills. A good shelling might make the Redcoats rethink their strategy.
And what of John Pitcairn?
That bastard's the cagiest of the bunch. He's appeared time to time to taunt us or send regards by way of cannon fire. It's all right, though. He'll have what's coming to him soon enough.
So, this actually is a bit of a time for a history lesson. So people know about the Battle of Bunker Hill, but it was kind of two battles. It was the battle for Bunker Hill itself, which everyone knows about. And there was also conflicts on Breed's Hill, which was, I believe, a slightly smaller hill in the general area of Bunker Hill. But it's basically fire or a battle occurred between those 2 points. Is essentially what the battle actually was. It was basically fighting between these two raised areas of ground, which I mean, that's just military 101. You always want to take the highest ground possible. Until you get to, like, the Napoleonic Wars and you get fucking blown up with cannons, which isn't great. I don't think that's gonna buff out.
General Putnam.
What?
I'm looking for John
long as that ship continues its assault, we'll never flush him out.
But if the ship was silent,
I apologize if you heard that burp. I tried to burp away from the mic.
fly the flag to signal my success.
And I shall speak fondly of you at your funeral.
So this is actually a point in favor of what I just said about during the Napoleonic Wars. You didn't necessarily want to take, the high ground on the hill. Typically what they would do in Napoleon's time, which is, slightly after this, but same basic strategy, is you never wanted to take the actual high ground, like on a hill. Ow. Fuck you again. You never wanted to take, like, the actual physical high ground. You always wanted to take the ground basically behind the high ground. You wanted to be sitting over the ridge of the hill. Because if you sit on the very peak of the, high ground, you could get shot at with artillery like is happening. I mean, it's, ship guns, which are typically higher caliber than land-based. I'm fucking moving. The game is just straight up fucking lying. It's like, oh, stay in motion. Bro, I was moving. Anyway. You wanted to be right behind the crest of a hill. Because if you were right on top of the hill, all your enemy has to do is range their shots, and you're pretty much a sitting duck. But that's more with the advent of cannons, and, these are naval guns, which are considerably larger caliber than land-based artillery pieces. The ships are where you see the cannons that are like, 20-pound guns, 30-pounders. I believe the Spanish had 40-pound artillery. And what I mean by 40-pound is the cannonball was, it weighed 40 pounds, which, for land warfare doesn't strictly make sense because, that's a bitch and a half to carry. So most land-based artillery were, the biggest you'd find were like, 20-pound guns or, 12-pound guns, smaller artillery or smaller calibers. But I mean, you get fucking shot with a cannon. It's not really gonna matter what caliber it is because you get your fucking leg taken off by a cannon. But yeah, ship-based artillery is much heavier and stronger than land-based artillery. Which I hope I didn't need to explain that because, it makes sense, but you never know. State of the world's education system and all that. But, yeah, this is a prime example of why you don't necessarily want to take the high ground when your enemy has cannons. Because if they can see you from their position, they will just shell your position with artillery. And you will die. Because you have basically, if you ever play War Thunder, which I don't think this is strictly a War Thunder thing, I think the actual army calls it this. If you've ever played War Thunder and you skylined yourself trying to kill an enemy tank, and you, got shot from an area you weren't watching, that's basically what happens if you take the... You're basically skylining yourself. You're making it super easy for the enemy's artillery to, do what artillery does best and blow the bejesus out of whatever they're shooting at. Now, of course, in this time period, and, going back to talking about Napoleon's time, gonna be a lot of cross-referencing Revolutionary War with Napoleon, just because they're both at roughly the same time, within, 30 years of each other. So, some merging there. But, during this time period, and then later on with Napoleon's time period, you have... What cannons are shooting are, cannonballs. And contrary to popular belief that some movies have shown to happen, they don't actually blow up. They did have cannonballs that could blow up. There were experiments being done, mostly in terms of, I think on land. I think what I'm thinking of is red hot cannonballs, which were mostly a naval thing, which is basically where you have a furnace on board and you heat the cannonballs up to 60 quintillion degrees, and then you shoot them at the enemy, basically hoping that you light the powder magazine on fire. Which, I mean, granted, if it gets hot enough, it will absolutely do that. Black powder is notoriously easy to set off. But, on land, that's not really useful. Like, if you hit somebody... Wow, I didn't get any of those side objectives. Anyway, if you hit somebody with a flaming hot cannonball, all you've done is hit them with a bright red hot piece of metal. You haven't really done any additional damage. Exploding cannonballs, which were tested during Napoleon's time, and maybe a little bit before, now those would absolutely, do more damage because you're basically throwing a hand grenade the size of a human head at somebody, and it explodes and, blasts the, ball fragments everywhere. Which is, where fragmentation shells in, places like World War I got their start, was basically how can we do more damage than we're already doing with these huge chunks of metal? I know. Let's have them fucking blow up. It worked very well. As a matter of fact, the actually, I'm going to shut up while the general speaks.
But I do not fear, and neither should you.
This is one of the most well-known quotes about the Revolutionary War, by the way.
They lack in conviction and care, but not us. We have discipline, we have order, and most importantly, we have passion. We believe. So maintain vigilance, conserve your ammo, ensure a proper line of sight, and above all else, men, do not fire until you see the white of their eyes.
Fun fact, there is kind of an argument, or at least there used to be, that quote isn't real. It sounds good as shit, though. So there is that. Hype moments and aura and all that.
You did it.
That was quite a speech.
Lies, all of it, I'm afraid. Still, such words have carried us thus far.
And what of Pitcairn?
He's left Boston, as I said he would, and set up camp on Holton Lake. There's no good way to get at him. Not with that maelstrom brewing down below. I suppose you could circle around a bit and wait for us to thin their ranks.
There is no time. I will have to check.
I love how this game depicts
That's twice today you proposed
Revolutionary War
No other choice.
combat.
Not because you're a man to march here, son.
Excuse me.
I expect an apology on my return.
But, yeah, because this game came out in, 2012. Because fuck you, man. Dude! The game lied to me. Me when I lie. Dude, if anyone ever comments on this, they're gonna be like, oh, you just suck at the game. It's like, well, you know what? Fuck yourself. Dude. I'm to their side. Once again, I don't care about getting full sync, because I've already done that once. I'm not doing it again. It's such bullshit, though. Whatever. But anyway, what was I saying? All right, they couldn't actually have like huge battle, like maps where you assassinate someone on a battlefield, because this game came out in, well, the original version of this game came out in like 2012, and I don't know how many of you were alive then. I'm assuming a good portion of you. Game consoles weren't that powerful, and quite frankly, PCs weren't really that powerful either. Like you have Total War, but Total War's a bit different. Total War's a little bit less detailed on the models. Then the regular kills. I am going to air assassinate him though, because that is possible. So I have to limit my kills of the normals. Oh, that's some straight up horse shit. Whatever. How did they see that? I was in the bush. This game's fucking bullshit. I can't wait till I get to the Assassin's Creed games that I haven't played a shitload and, you know, see how mad I get at the level designs there. I think the only ones I haven't really played are, I think, Rogue and Unity, I think. I know for a fact I've never played Rogue. Because Rogue had the unfortunate distinction of coming out in between Black Flag and Unity. And on top of that, it came out the same day as Unity. So nobody gave a shit about, you know, Rogue when it came out. And then, you know, Unity turned out to be a piece of shit when it first came out. And it, you know, probably still is. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to pretend that that didn't happen. I could play through my recording software. Like, I don't have to look at the screen. I could just look at my recording software. I'm not going to do that, but I could. Dude, fucking... I'm reloading the chat. I'm not. Well, this was one of my favorite missions in the game. It's not anymore. So now I need to fucking crouch all the way through. Because apparently these fucking guys have, like, Superman's X-ray vision or some shit. Okay, and I'm not entirely sure what the game wants me to do about this here. I should just quit. I should just quit fucking talking. Like, I really genuinely should just quit talking. Because I'm just gonna make an ass out of myself. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna be honest, I think the game I'm excited for the most after Black Flag is the RPG games. I actually like the RPG games. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the minority with that opinion, but I really do like the RPG games. And now I just have to wait here because they're fucking watching the way I'm supposed to be going. Thank you. Right, I remember you have to like time your... Okay, I was right. Kind of surprised that the controls didn't glitch out and I fucking launched myself off the cliff. Well, there's at least two requirements for the mission. I forget how quickly we kill him.
you do this?
To protect Adams and Hancock and those they serve, you meant to kill them.
Kill them? Are you mad? I wanted only to parley. There was so much to discuss, to explain.
I do actually really like this scene.
If you speak true, then I will carry your last words to them.
They must lay down their arms. They must stop this war.
Why them and not the Redcoats?
Do you not think we asked the same question of the British? These things take time. And I would have succeeded had you let me play my part.
Part of the puppeteer.
No better we hold the strings on another.
No, the strings should be severed. All should be free.
And we should live forever on castles in the sky. You wield your blade like a man, but your mouth like a child. And more will die now. Because of it.
I would like to point out that I severed his spinal cord when I stabbed him. Not only did I land on him, I severed his I severed his neck vertebrae. He would be dead before he hit the ground. But I get it, you know, Assassin's Creed, they gotta have.
Watch this girl out there and just help this camp retreat. Don't ever do that again, you hear me?
You know, Assassin's Creed, everybody's gotta die all dramatic.
General Putnam,
You live.
the same cannot be said for Pitcairn.
Well done, I suppose. But it matters little now. I'm ordering a full retreat. We have lost too many in exchange for too little. If the Tories want this hill so badly, let them have it. Boston is the true prize.
We have a bigger problem.
What do you mean? This can't be right. It says they plan to murder Washington.
I love how seriously that's treated, but the delivery on that line. Okay, you want to explain to me how the fuck I didn't get the second? You know what, I don't care. Anyway, like I was saying, I love how seriously that line is treated, but the delivery on that line is so dry that it almost comes off comedic.
George Washington now rallies the colonists and their march towards freedom begins in earnest. Little wonder then that the Templars now want him dead. They seek to reshape this land into something cold and ordered, something soulless. And he is an obstacle. I must save him, that his cause can flourish and my people remain safe.
Oh, fuck, I have to do Tyranny of King Washington, too. Oh, hell.
Believe their men lost the revolution.
Who cares? It'll be fun.
The assassins are gone and scattered.
I actually never
No
played
longer
Tyranny of Washington.
But I
Ironically enough.
soon discover the truth, and me along with it. I must tread carefully.
We're already in sequence 8? Christ alive.
Connor.
There is progress, but I worry it is not enough.
You must strike where you need it most.
You like what I did to your outfit, old man? I made it look better. Your outfit sucks balls.
Paul Revere and the soldiers at Lexington.
Soldiers? There were no soldiers in those towns, only men and women who were forced to defend themselves.
Is this not why you fight? To protect your people? Your struggle is the colonist struggle. In helping one, you help the other.
Encouraging words from one who thought mine a fool's errand.
Make no mistake, I still do. But I can't help but feel some pride in your success.
And why should I give you any credit?
Then don't. But first, return the robe and the blade and the darts and all of the years of training and knowledge I have bestowed upon you. Return these, and then your words may have some merit.
He's so angsty, I love it.
Or you could just admit that you are wrong.
Oh, child, please, you've killed
I love that he fucking
One
ran up
seal
the
from
stairs
my
to say
fortune.
that.
You're gonna have to try a lot harder than that to impress me.
Is that so, old man? Or perhaps we should step outside. I will gladly demonstrate how easily I could trounce.
Connor, this is Benjamin Talmadge. His father was one of us, no need for secrecy. I think he has something he wants to say.
Achilles tells me you've uncovered a plot to murder the commander-in-chief.
Yes, but I have only false starts and dead ends to show for it.
Not anymore, my friend. Thomas Hickey's your man, and I aim to help you catch him.
How?
I'll explain on the way. You and I are going to New York.
Oh, right. We get to go to New York. So, I'm gonna go back down here and I'm gonna read the wall real quick. I hate being congested. It makes me make gross noises. Land, second in command, logistics, underworld. Mercenaries. I do like kind of the philosophical debate that these games try to, I guess, sort of impose upon the player, where it's like, what is it better to let people be, free to make their own decisions and their own mistakes, or should they be essentially, like, should they be left to their own devices, or should they have someone else do their thinking for them? Is basically what the, Templars versus Assassins debate boils down to. Wow, oh wow, you can see the boots. I love how Hatham wears, or not Hatham, I love how Edward just wears pirate boots. Like, just straight up pirate boots. Like, that looks like some kind of shit that Jack Sparrow would wear. But I do like the philosophical debate that this game, I say this game, but all of the Assassin's Creed games pose, which is, it's like I said, should people be left to their own devices and to, make their own decisions and eventually their own mistakes? Or should a higher authority tell them how to think and, how to behave and all that? Because I hate to say that there's merits to both ways of thinking, but I mean, in a way there are. It's just, you then come to the, we can just fast travel to New York. You then come to the kind of difficult to answer question of, how controlling is like too much control. And, that's a fine line to try to walk, really, because too much control and you end up with situations like 1984, Fahrenheit 451. Name any movie from the 80s about like a tyrannical government, and you end up with real life dictatorships like the Soviet Union, the Nazi Party, the Khmer Rouge, all of these other different, basically, dictatorships from
What is your stake in all this?
the 19th into the 20th, which, this is not a recent thing. There have been dictators and tyrants for pretty much as long as humans have existed. But, you have these really famous ones in, like, the 20th and then the 21st century into the 21st century. And, this is objectively not the way to go about it, because, you're stomping on, people's freedom. You're, like, nothing that you're doing here is productive. You're simply doing it to stoke the ego and mostly fill the coffers of the guy in charge. That's where, the cult of personality comes from. It's what the dear leader wants. is the only thing that is focused on. And then you have systems like that have, too little control, which, things like anarchism and other things of that sort, where there's essentially no centralized structure and you're relying on basically the rule of self, really. If there's an injustice done to you, deal with it yourself type thing. And that can cause its own fair share of problems, because
He has been running a counterfeiting ring in the
I don't know
city.
if you know this,
Locate the
but
source
in
of his operation, and we
a
can
lot
have him
of
arrested.
settings where this is the
We cannot
case
harm
don't
the
really
commander
mention it,
who is in prison.
because it's kind of a sensitive
Exactly.
subject, but
I have an idea where we can begin
tends
the
to be
search.
when rule of law breaks down and it's every man for himself. There's a lot of, murders and, well, I mean, they talk about the murders, but it's a lot of, like, rapes and other crimes of that nature, which isn't great. And I mean, that can happen with, in like a rigid authoritarian power structure as well. But at least as far as I'm aware, most dictators actively sort of discourage that kind of thing, if I'm remembering correctly. Whereas in, an anarchist system, at least as far as I understand it, where there's effectively no rule of law, that kind of thing just
There are rumors of bad
sort
deeds
of
being circulated.
happens,
No doubt they
and
can
it's
happen.
not great. So it sort of poses the interesting philosophical, like it sort of summons the philosophical debate of, like I said, how much control is too much control. And there's evidence for both ends of the spectrum being, a valid way of thinking, and it's kind of up to you as a person to decide, okay, which do I value more, control or freedom? And that's the crux of the argument with the, assassins and the Templars, is they're arguing about which is better, to let men be free or to control, the population. So I think in one of the Assassin's Creed games, whichever Templar it is, I don't remember, basically equates mankind to like sheep. And he's like, yeah, I mean, if nobody is there basically holding it's like, if nobody's there to encourage the flock to, do the right thing, they're gonna end up, it's, the whole thing of, the sheep jumping off the cliff. It's like, if no one's there to direct the flock, they're all just gonna get themselves killed. And then I think the assassin of that game claps back with, well, it is better to leave, and I think I'm paraphrasing heavily, he says something to the effect of, it is better to leave men unshackled to make their mistakes than it is to put a bridle on them and stifle them, is essentially what he says, I think. I could be talking out of my ass. But, it's kind of an interesting philosophical debate of what's the cutoff. Like, is there a middle ground to these two extremes? Is there a common, center point that we could find? Or, is humanity doomed to ping pong between these two extremes forever? But it's sort of an interesting philosophical debate of, there are merits to both systems. It's simply a case of, does the sins of one do the sins outweigh the virtues? And I think that kind of philosophical debate is fascinating. And it's grown more fascinating to me as I have grown older as well. I am more fascinated by things like that than, when I was a kid. And the game was mostly just about, stabbing dudes. Didn't really listen to all the philosophy, but I do now, and it's kind of interesting what you pick up on when you start really listening to games you played as a kid.
The guard is onto us. How? What happened? That shopkeep called me out. Guards when I gave him the slip. Boss is gonna be mad. Not so mad as if I'd got caught. Besides, we've got most everything we need for the job now anyway. Let's go tell him. I'll warn the others.
No, Connor, hide. You fucking dick. It's not really hiding, Connor, but sure. Okay, so now I do this. I'm gonna be honest, Assassin's Creed 2 taught me how to do like the social stealth thing. I just run on the fucking rooftops, it's easier. It's legitimately how I beat that mission in that game the first time I played it. I straight up climbed up to a roof right beside where the and I forget what her name is. The basically the madame of the brothel. Which is what it is, it's a brothel. But I straight up like hid on the roof because I was like, I'm not doing this social stealth shit. I played it when I was like 12. I was like, this is too hard. It was not. I was just, you know, I just sucked at video games. But can you like calm down? Oh no, he sees me. Now I have an idea. Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I was correct. You know what, fuck it. Yes, I will do the social stealth. Fucking twist my arm. Coopers, a name you can trust. Okay, now where the flying fuck is he going? He's going this way. We're gonna let this one run a little bit longer because we haven't actually done much. Yeah, we're gonna let this one run a little bit longer than the other ones because we haven't done much. We did one mission, which admittedly it was a fairly long mission, but I died twice in that mission, or I reloaded a checkpoint twice, and my gamer pride is wounded, so I'm doing another one. So probably not another main mission though. Maybe a naval mission though. I love the naval. Yeah, we'll do a naval mission as well. We haven't done one of those. I think a few episodes. Or no? No, I think we did a naval episode. I adjusted the mic in case I was quiet. We did a naval episode or a naval mission 2 episodes ago, I think. This will also be the 10th episode on the channel, I think. My math is correct, which I'm not the best at math. But yeah, last episode was episode 9, so we're on 10 videos. Kind of proud of myself, actually. I did not think I would keep it going this long. But, yeah. God, quit seeing me. Fuck. Quit seeing me. Fuck.
Be worried about that business with the guards. I'm telling you, it's nothing. I haven't had a spot of trouble since I slipped away. Of course, I'm taking care to keep a distance.
Bro, I fucking hate these missions. Like these missions right here, these ones, I fucking hate them. They're the worst. Bro. Stop. I hate the tailing missions. I hate them so bad. I'm so glad that games have quit making missions like this. I remember when like every game that came out had like an escort quest or a tailing mission. God, I hate these. And we're definitely doing another one. I'm not ending the episode on a tailing mission.
What's this? Thomas Hickey?
I would be immensely concerned if like a 6'6" native dude busted my fucking door down.
Ain't supposed to be none of your kind left.
I would be even more surprised if he pulled a gun on me, or a knife, I guess. Man, I wish I could do parkour. I absolutely could. Oh wait, no, I think we go to jail after this.
There's another one. Grab him.
Yeah, I think we go to jail after this, actually. Dude. Rude. Did that guy say three-legged dog chases, or three-legged cat chases dog up tree? Did I hear that right? Right, yeah, I think after the Hickey stuff, we're going to jail.
Be still. You will do no more harm.
You're a right fool meddling in affairs you know nothing about.
Washington's the only thing keeping the Continental Army together. You kill him, you end all hope for freedom.
Wrong, boyo. With him gone, they'll have no choice but to promote Lee, and then...
You are both under arrest!
Oh, well, we were just having a scrap, officer. Ain't nothing wrong with two men settling their differences the old-fashioned way. Can't we come to a...
Quiet! What are the charges?
Counterfeiting!
I had nothing to do with that.
Course not.
Listen, there are more important things at stake here. This man is planning to...
Why'd the audio get better all of a sudden? Ah, yep, they knocked Connor's ass out. Well, looks like killing all those white folk got finally caught up to you, Connor. You're going to jail. I've not made one of those jokes in a while. Let's see, we killed all those white dudes on Achilles' homestead. We're still technically wanted, I think, for killing a dude in the Boston Massacre.
You missed me, sweetheart.
Yeah, the,
What?
Nothing to say.
If you are here, then Washington is safe.
True. Thing is, I believe I've just been pardoned.
oh my god, I fucking love, it's like, oh, I can just do a naval mission. No, I can't, I'm going to jail.
No further mistakes, Thomas. Am I understood?
I'm going to jail.
The assassin. Yeah, he's here. They put him in a cell right next to mine. Guess we didn't get them all, eh?
Deal with
I hate his fucking,
At once, sir.
like, his shit-eating
What are we
grin.
gonna do?
I love how Hatham doesn't even fucking look at him.
Continental Congress. Adams's little lapdog. I think I have an idea. Yes,
Excuse me.
two birds with one stone.
Do tell.
All in good time. It's not like the assassin's going anywhere. For now, we should see about getting you better accommodations here.
What are you on about? I thought I was getting out.
I'm afraid you won't be leaving for a while, thanks to Benjamin Talmadge. He's been running his mouth, saying all sorts of things. You're being investigated for plotting to assassinate George Washington.
What a bunch of bollocks. I thought you was gonna handle that.
We'll discuss this elsewhere.
Why does he look like a friend of mine? I didn't think about it until just now. He looks like concerningly like a friend I have in real life. I'm gonna send him a picture of that and see how mad he gets. Oh my god, that would be funny. It's mostly the stash. Not really the hair, mostly the stash. Well, Connor, looks like killing all those white folk finally caught up with us.
I hope that is not meant to be my meal.
Connor, you're not a fucking savage, Connor. That's the bucket you shit in.
I'm telling you, he's planning to escape. We should get in on it.
Yeah? And what makes you think that?
Caught him carving something in the yard. Slipped it in his pocket real quick when he saw me. Looked like a key.
Probably just a shiv.
Nah, Mason ain't a fighter. Always talking and tricking his way out of trouble. Weasel Weems, they call him. Sticky bastard.
Weasel
Not
Weems.
so bad. Even
That's a
Thomas
hell of a
Lynch once.
nickname.
Gonna write a note to my lady.
Ha! What for? You think that whore's out there pining for you? Saving herself for when you get out? Huh?
No doubt she's already moved on to the next fella, and the fella after him.
You shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
Easy now. It was just a joke.
Yeah? Well, it wasn't very funny.
I like how the time-honored prison tradition of telling your cellmate that his girlfriend's a whore and she's cheating on him while he's in prison. I'm glad that's like an ancient tradition.
Take that up and I'll have you tossed in the pit.
I hit this enough. Will he actually? I forget.
Quiet in there!
Please tell me he comes in here and beats my ass.
I said knock it off!
I vaguely remember this being a thing, but I could be wrong.
I said quiet! Quiet in there!
I think I did this exact same thing as a child.
I said quiet!
Just because I thought it funny to annoy the shit out of this guy.
I said knock it off! Take that up and I'll have you tossed in the
Okay, no, he just repeats the same couple lines of dialogue. Yeah, no, that's not realistic. In real life, he would have, I want to see if there's anything else, Connor.
Smells even worse than it looks.
Yes, Connor, that's the shit bucket. You have one of those when you play Battlefield. In real life, that guard would have come up to the cell door, seen that Connor was native, and then come back with a pistol and fucking shot him. Look, I'm not saying that to be racist. I'm saying that because in this time period, they didn't really give a shit about people who weren't, you know, white English Protestants. Hell, they didn't even like the Irish.
Get up!
What are they feeding Connor for him to maintain his physique in jail? They cannot be
Stay
feeding him
out
good
of trouble
things.
or you'll wind up in the pit.
I guess it's outside time. Do I get to go to the yard? Or no, I get to go to the common area. Oh,
What are you looking at, half-breed?
wow. I was fucking kidding about the racism, dog. You didn't have...
Do you not understand English?
They just started whooping my ass. Why are all these guys in that? Of course, they took the fucking natives' clothes away. Made him wear rags.
Knock some sense into that thick head of yours.
Bro! God, these guards are dickheads.
I should try and find this Weems fellow. If he intends to
This is
escape,
why I
perhaps
don't
he will.
ever want to go to prison. Because I would not do well in a prison. Like, I'm fat. Do you know what they do to fat guys in prison? They do butt things to you. Bro! Oh my fucking god! I was kidding about the racism.
Weems?
Could be.
I need your help.
Oh,
They say you know a way out of here.
they say a lot of things.
I do not have time for games.
A shame, as I was hoping you might play one with me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say this up front before we start. I don't know how to fucking play dominoes. So I'm just gonna, like... I'm just gonna
Seeing
do
as you
random
already know
shit.
mine, what's your name?
Connor.
Pleased to meet you, Connor.
I genuinely have no idea how to play dominoes, so I'm just
Well
gonna do
played.
shit.
So, what brings you to Bridewell?
Treachery. I have been falsely accused.
Of course you have.
You do not believe me?
Why should I? You've the look of a brute.
You misjudge. I'm an honest man.
Won't take long to win.
Once again, I don't know how to play dominoes.
Yet,
I don't know what
also
the
a man in
fuck I'm
prison.
doing.
Tell me how you found yourself in this place.
Actually, I don't think this is
Is a
dominoes.
private
This isn't dominoes. This is
As is
something
what you
else.
ask of me.
Fucking...
You can't get
Oh.
murder.
Does that mean I get to take these?
Anyone I know?
I don't actually know what this game is called.
George Washington.
The others put you up to this, didn't they? Thought it might be fun to have another laugh at Mason's expense. Fools, a lot of them. To make light of something like this. George Washington is brave beyond measure. Loyal like a brother, Peerless in character and unshakable in his convictions.
Damn, bro,
That
he's
man
not
is
gonna
Jupiter's
let you
conservative,
fuck. Like, dude,
destined to lead us not
it's like
just to
some
freedom,
modern day dick
but to
riding
greatness.
levels.
Anyone who says otherwise is either a simpleton or a traitor.
Then you understand why I need to get out of here. If I don't help him, he is going to die.
You're serious, aren't you?
I don't know what this game is.
Very well.
Is it Mahjong? Is that what I'm thinking of? I said, excuse me, I said dominoes because I think I saw the black and the white. And I just assumed it was dominoes, but it's not dominoes.
Took me 3 months to make the thing, too. You need to get it back, or we're not going anywhere.
Consider it done.
I like how they beat Connor's ass so bad that he's got fucking blood on his tunic. Like, dude, they probably kicked him in the head while he was unconscious. Like, bro, you do not need to do all that. Oh, hey, and yoink. And I got $13. I'll return to my cell. Wee. And here is your bucket in which to shit.
This key is useless.
What are you looking
Connor,
at?
maybe don't fucking say that out loud.
For husband?
See, I could not be in prison. I'm too much of a smartass. I'm too much of a smartass. I'd have made fucking kissy lips at that guy. And then he would have come into my cell and beat the shit out of me. So, no, my problem is, number one, I'm fat, which means that you're automatically going to get fucked with. And number two, I'm a smartass, which is not a good combination of traits.
Your key is useless.
What do you mean?
It did not fit the lock.
It's not meant to.
You forged a key that does not work.
Well, that all depends on what you mean by work. It'll get us out of here. Just not the way you expected.
Christ, this mission takes
How?
forever.
You're going to use it to get the real key off the warden. You have to swap yours for his.
Why not just have me take the real key? Why all this extra work?
He might notice if it went missing. This way, he'll be none the wiser.
And when he tries to use it?
He won't. That's why we're targeting him.
How do I reach the warden?
Yes, this next part, you may not like.
Oh, as if I've liked the others. Out with it.
You need to pick a fight.
What?
Pick a fight, and they'll throw you in the pit.
And how in the world does this help us?
The warden oversees the pit. Getting sent there is the only way to reach him.
So basically, he's telling me to get thrown in the
You've
hole.
given this plan to risk my life a great deal of thought.
Take down as many as you can. 1 or 2 will only serve to entertain the guards. You need to make them angry. We all have our part to play. Try not to die.
I hate this guy. He's such a smarmy douche. Alright, come get some. Who wants to fight? Who wants to fight the Indian Hercules? Or whatever they call Charles in Red Dead. Oh, obviously he's one of the captain inmates. Excuse me, because obviously the fucking inmates have... Bro. Starting to get sick of these. You know what's the worst part of this? I don't even think that they're playing Fight Club. Oh my fucking god. Hit him with the good old discombobulate special. I don't even think they're playing the Fight Club music, which is the biggest tragedy in this. Oh wait, no, they were. Aw, I have my music settings turned down. I couldn't hear it.
Fancy yourself a troublemaker, eh? Some time in the pits to cool your blood.
I love the fucking soundtrack for these games. Pickpocket the Warden.
Look at all of you, pathetic, dirty wretches. You're not but swine, suckling at the teats of civilization. Thieves and scoundrels.
Oh man, I didn't get any more
And do you acknowledge
money.
this? Do you repent and beg forgiveness? No. You elect instead to commit new and more terrible crimes.
Bro, they got me.
inside what should be
They got
a
me
place
sleeping
of
on the damn
rehabilitation.
slab. Return the
You bide your
slab.
time, awaiting.
Return the slab. I have never understood how those kinds of locks work. Yeah, he totally would have heard that. I don't think he's supposed to be standing there, but he... Connor, why are you talking loud as fuck? This is the same as when I made that joke about Arthur and Micah going, there's a body in the wagon really loud. Except this is like every line of dialogue. Okay, I have to go upstairs. You don't see me, you don't see me. What's up, bitch?
You'll find Hickey through that door. It's where they keep the important
Well,
prisoners.
how the fuck did you get in
Extra
here?
rooms, more space, those sorts of things. It seems even in prison, who you know makes all the difference.
How'd you get
Thank
up
you,
here?
Nathan, for everything. I will find a way to repay the favor when my work here is finished.
God, this fucking mission's taking forever. Best general course of action, stay behind a guard. That was the 096 scream. That was straight up the 096 scream from... Oh. You can lick me. That was straight up the 096 scream from Containment Breach. Actually, no. That is the 096 scream. Like, the one that everybody uses when they make anything about 096. Wow. How did I never notice that? I guess I was a kid. I didn't know as much about SCP as I do now. But wow, that's kind of crazy that they've got the 096 scream in this game. It's not going to count as a... Actually, this will probably be... That's them torturing a guy, by the way. That's them actively torturing a dude. Oh, what? I knocked him out. I didn't fucking kill him. This is bullshit. It's also not... You're strangling a dude from behind? Oh.
Not who you was expecting, am I right?
What have we here? I thought we'd finished off your kind.
You would like
God,
that, wouldn't
now
you?
I'm gonna have to tell
To
my
rid the
friend
world
that
of all
he
who
looks
not
like
share your
Charles
views.
Lee from this game.
Guilty as charged.
There it was again!
Your
The
medical
096 yell.
evaluations
That's the only way I can hear
show
that now.
grief.
Jesus.
It cannot continue.
Oh my god, we've
Our work
almost
is
hit
too
an hour
important.
and we're still not done with
But
this
what did you
mission.
know beyond all the lies Achilles feeds you and the tales you tell yourself?
I know that the people.
I've been sitting in this chair so long,
and
my
men
ass
like
is starting to
Washington
hurt.
Fight to make it so.
Please, the man is weak.
Ugh.
He stumbles and stammers through each engagement, making it all up as he goes along. His pedigree is pathetic, his military record even more so. I could go on, but we'd be here for days, so manifold are his faults, so deficient are his merits. He must be dealt with. You as well. I will abide no more flies in the ointment.
Here's how it's gonna work. First we bind you and bring you to your cell. Then tomorrow, you go before the court, accused of plotting to kill good old Georgie. Maybe we could pin the murder of the warden on you too. You did kill him after all. And who wouldn't take the word of Charlie over here? Once that's all squared away, well then.
You are all just bastards.
Years ago, the child in the forest was you.
I said I would find you.
And so you have.
096 is fucking
But
pissed
not
in the
quite as you had
background.
expected, am I right? You know, all of this might have been.
Dude, I want to get this video done, and I want to take a shower and go to bed. Fucking hurry up, god damn it! This is gonna end up being the longest video on the damn channel at this rate. At least for okay. Well, no, because I'm gonna probably have to do the next one immediately. Because this. Oh, cool! I got full sync in jail. At least I'm good for something. There's floating pistols, by the way. I'm gonna have to immediately go into the next one. Fuck. Although this one might not be that fast.
Up with you! I said, get up!
This one might actually be relatively fast because I think this is the scene where he gets hung, or the scene where they try to hang him anyway. God, I need to shave too. I need to shower. I need to shave. My whole life's falling apart. Well, that's not strictly true. I've starting a new job actually, which is kind of cool. Been looking for one of those for a while. Anyone else has been on the search for jobs, you know this economy's fucked, so finding a job's a little hard. But I think this is where they try to hang him. If so, thank you Christ, which means this is almost over. Yep, this is the where we get to walk up to the I'm trying to think of nicknames for the noose, and all I can think of is the hangman's knot. Stolepin's necktie. Fuck, it was right there. It's actually what they called the noose during the Russian Revolution. I believe Stolepin was the Minister of Internal Affairs at the time, and he hung so many people that Stolepin's necktie became slang for a noose.
You said there'd be a trial.
Oh, no trial for traitors, I'm afraid. Lee and Haytham sorted that. It's straight to the gallows for you.
I will not die today. The same cannot be said for you.
That's enough! Keep moving!
It's Georges Porges. You hear that, boys? That's the sound of plot armor. Oh, he kind of bad, though. Is that Frost? I love how they act like nobody was seeing that, even though they just showed us that Washington is watching the execution from a raised position. He absolutely saw that shit. Like, there's no way he did. But, I mean, that's what you get, I guess.
You are not alone. And we give a cry when you need us.
Forget about me. You need to stop Hickey. He's...
Up you go. Don't want to be late now, do we? You just had to be an hero, didn't you? You and Georgie both. Now you see what it gets you. A pine box, little else.
I've never actually known why they make or why they made caskets out of, and they probably still do, why they make them out of pine wood.
Brothers,
Maybe just because pine wood's
sisters,
relatively cheap,
fellow patriots,
at least in like North America, because there's fucking pine forests everywhere in North America, or at least there used to be. There's still a lot, but like back in the day, whoo, that was a whole lot.
You plotted to murder our much beloved general. Indeed, what darkness or madness moved him, none can say, and he himself offers no defense, shows no remorse. And though we have begged and pleaded,
I don't recognize any of the people who've assassinated people for me in this mission.
A deadly silence. If the man will not explain himself, if he will not confess and atone, what other option do we have but this? He sought to send us into the arms of the enemy, and thus we are compelled by justice to send him from this world. May God have mercy on your soul.
Need to stop, Hickey. Go!
Yeah, I feel like he would have at least broken his ankle there. Much less his fucking neck. Run. Gotta stop Hickey from murdering the first president. I'm not gonna talk slow, that's dumb. I will do this, though. Fucking dig into his back. And then I think George gives us a pardon. Oh my god, this is one of my favorite, or wait, no. Yes, this is one of my favorite quotes in this game.
Shame. I want answers. Why did Johnson try and buy my people's land? Why was Pitcairn targeting Adams and Hancock? What purpose would Washington's murder have served? Why does your order support the British?
How should I know? The Templars, Lee, big man Haytham, they has the money. They has the power. That's the reason I threw in with them. That's the only reason. Sure, they have some sort of vision for the future too. I didn't give a damn about any of that. They can sing their songs about mankind and its troubles. They can make their plans and spring their traps. Don't bother me none. They paid me, so I said yes. Didn't bother to ask who, or how, or why. Didn't care.
You chose to side with men who would rob us of our humanity simply because it was more profitable?
What else is there? I'm not some blind fool who give up all I've got on principle. What is principle anyway? Can you bring it to the bank? Don't look at me like that. We're different, you and I. You're just some blind fool who's always chasing butterflies. Whereas I'm the type of guy who likes to have a beer in one hand and a tea in the other. Thing is, boy.
It's my favorite quote from this game. Or it's like top 3, I think.
You. Your hands will always be empty.
I don't know. I mean, he and Miriam were kind of making fuck me eyes at each other.
At ease, men! At ease! I said, lower your goddamn gun! This man's a hero! Oh, the general can be so stubborn sometimes. Piffle, he said, when we warned him something like this would happen. Piffle!
Stop.
He wanted to kill the commander. Nearly killed you as well. He was a scoundrel.
But still a man.
You're nothing if not consistent.
I think I'm going to raise the volume just a little bit. This isn't going to matter for this episode, but it will matter for the next one. Keep the effects low, but raise the volume of voices and music.
Where is Washington? I need to speak with him.
Bundled off as soon as your execution went sideways.
He's likely on his way back to Philadelphia by now.
And so am I.
Something wrong?
He is still in danger. Hickey did not act alone.
Oh no, it was that guy who saved us. I was incorrect about it being Washington. And Connor may end up with some titties and hands. I mean, he and Miriam were kind of making... I think I said this already. I think he and Miriam were making fuck-me-eyes at each other.
Is that a compliment?
Now, don't misconstrue. I'm sure the whole endeavor will end tragically. But to have come this far, well, it's...
Well, yeah, he's gonna have to kill his own fucking dad, Achilles.
The people yearn.
There's
for
no way
freedom,
that can go
feared to
but
grab
tragic.
hold of it. That fear is gone now.
Thanks to you,
No. This they did on their own.
you diminish your role. But you have always been...
That's a nice fucking pistol.
I do what is right. No more, no less.
You cannot tell him.
I have to. Otherwise, he will never be safe.
He is safer not knowing. By planting the seeds of doubt, you threaten to topple his entire endeavor. If Washington is paralyzed, Charles Lee will strike. You'll cause the very thing you aim to prevent. Hunt the Templars, as is your duty. But do not drag these men into it.
Ah, there's
Now
Ben
all
Ben.
hang
Ah,
together.
it's the founding fathers.
Yes, we must indeed all hang together. Or most assuredly, we shall all hang separately.
And then we have John Hancock's
You are
John
once more
Hancock.
our savior.
I must speak with the commander.
He's gone to try and hold New York. The British intend to take it. I fear we'll need to recall our men from Quebec as well. It's one thing to declare our independence. Now, my friend, we must make it so.
Jesus Christ, we're at an hour and 12 minutes. Oh my god. We got 2 fucking missions done. Well, 3 technically, I think. But, oh my god. And we're ending on fucking... God, I hate Desmond.
Everything all right? Sean has located a second.
We are
power
not
source.
we are not going
I've asked
after the
Rebecca to
second
try to
power
reply
source. That's
for
gonna have to wait till next time. I
Where to?
refuse to do another one.
Brazil.
Another mission. Finish loading so I can turn the fucking game off. Okay, there, Jesus. Okay. Jesus, that took forever. Oh, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Anyone who managed to stick through it for this long, I especially appreciate, because this has been a long one. But if you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't like it, that's okay too. I appreciate your time you've decided to give me today, and I promise the next one will not be this long. It's just, I hate to leave, like, and I'm doing it right now. I'm technically leaving in an area that I can't, like, free roam in. But oh my god, if I go any longer, I'm gonna blow a gasket in real life. So yeah, we're gonna end it here. But just, man, I'm tired. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.